So the first step in assembly is to lay out your uprights on the floor here as well as your legs. And so what you're going to do is you want to lay the upright on its side with the numbers facing to the side here. And then you're going to place your legs next to the bottom of the uprights, just like so. If you're going to fabricate this in the standard height position for ceilings of 8'3" or taller, you can have it flush with the bottom of the upright here. If you're going to be assembling it for shorter ceilings, less than 8'2" or 8-foot ceilings, you can shift these legs up 1 or 2 holes from the bottom to adjust the height. It'll bring that top of the upright down a little bit when it's fully assembled. So for now, we're going to leave these flush as a standard assembly here, flush with the bottom. We're going to take our 5-inch, 5/8" bolts, and we're going to insert them with, in this case, we have the Rehab decal here. You want to take the head of the bolt here, and you want to insert it like so, with the head of the bolt towards where the decal is. And then place your lock washer and your nut on each side here, like so. And then you will tighten those with a 5/16 wrench, an adjustable wrench, socket wrench, and an adjustable wrench, and get those tightened up. Then you'll also, on the side that says Rehab on it, the one that has the decal here, you're going to place your eye bolt. So the eye bolt has 2 square washers. You're going to leave 1 washer on top, and you're going to insert your eye bolt on the second hole out from the closest to the upright. Insert your eye bolt and then place another flat washer underneath, then your lock washer, and this is a 1/2-inch nut, and that's going to go right there. And then you're going to secure that with the eye bolt facing this direction and just tighten that in place. You will do the same for the other leg, although it will not have the eye bolt on it. This is for anchoring the adjustable bungees to this device. Once you have the legs and the uprights assembled, you'll want to turn it up on its edge like this and have your partner that's helping you assemble this support this in place so it doesn't tip over. We're going to lay our cross member here in place, and I have my cross member in position here with the outside pulley here on the same leg that says Rehab on the decal on that leg, because you want the outside pulley on the same side as also where that eye bolt is secured down that lower part of that, the foot on there. So then what you're going to do is you're going to, if you're going to be lining this with the top of the post here, you're going to tilt this up a little bit to match that. You're going to take your 4.5-inch bolts. These come in a separate package from the leg bolts. These 4.5-inch bolts with the large flat washer. The flat washer is going to be on the outside. You're going to insert these through the beam on the 3rd hole down, then into the top hole on the cross member here. And then the next one is going to be inserted on the 5th hole down and into the bottom hole of the cross member, like so. Then you're going to place your lock washers in place and your nuts. And then just lightly tighten these, and then this will not fall over. Once these have been lightly tightened, then you will repeat the same process on the opposite side with the other leg, having your partner help support that leg as you secure these. Once you have the cross member in place, you can go ahead and remove the wrap that's holding the pulleys and the spreader bar in place. And also make sure you tighten the bolts fully at this point before we're going to tip the unit up. So next you're going to want to tip the unit up carefully with your partner. So we'll go ahead and lift up. Then as we get to this point, you're going to want to place your foot on the bottom here corner, and then just carefully lower the unit onto its feet. Now we're going to place the wheels under each corner here, and do that. First of all, you want to go ahead and lock the wheel so it doesn't spin when you're doing this, and you have your partner help lift up on the upright while you lift under here. Place the stem of the wheel or the caster through the hole here on the end. Then you'll take your lock bolt, this black lock bolt that has a plastic threaded lock mechanism, and place that on top of that and secure it, and you can use your wrench then to tighten that down, and then we'll do the same thing on each corner and tighten those fully. Then at that point you can unlock the wheels to move the unit any way you want. Next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and place the post anchor in the same upright that you have the eye bolt on here on the same side as the pulley here on the outside. So this post anchor, you just simply press the lever down here, press on the gold lever bottom of that to open this gate like so, and then once you let go it'll be locked in place. There's a rubber grommet or a bumper here that's on the bottom of this, so you're going to open that. I typically like to insert this around the number 15 mark here on the post here. You can go up and down a little bit from them. Some of that might depend on how tall you are and where you like to grab the rope when the rope will be attached here. So we're going to go to 15 right here and insert it this way, front to back, with the rubber grommet on the outside. And then make sure that's locked in place, and we'll leave that there for the moment. So next I unraveled all the rope that was around the cross member during shipping. So I have the extra rope hanging here. This is called the Kong rope catcher device here. So you're going to want to have this positioned so that this Kong device, you can see the outsider says Kong here on the side here. And so you want this hanging down just like this, and the little trigger release here, spring-loaded release, facing down. And so you will open the gate on the post anchor by pressing that gold lever to open that, and you will slide the Kong onto the post anchor there, the little stem sticking out, then reclose your gate to hold that in place so that it cannot come off. Just make sure that that's locked in place, and you'll leave the rope on the outside of the post anchor just like so. So now you're locked in place, and the spreader bar and the rope won't go anywhere at this point. Lastly, you can take the set of adjustable bungees here, the 3 different bungees here that have a carabiner on each end, and just hang them from the post anchor here as your convenient storage location for when you do dynamic, and we're going to be doing dynamic unloading. Then also, these are called quick links. These are going to be connecting the spreader bar to the harness, so you'll just hang those from each end of the spreader bar. There are some narrower positions, sometimes used for pediatric applications, to keep the harness from falling off the shoulders and being a little bit narrow. So any of those locations can be used for the spreader bar to be attached to.